So we will continue with the word processing chapter, that is in particular MS Word 2007. Okay. So I have discussed some of the topics in MS Word 2007. That is to open the MS Word 2007 application, to create a document, to save the document. Okay. To save the document and to format the text. Okay, text in the sense word or sentence or a paragraph. So today we will discuss about paragraph settings. Paragraph settings means in particular we can deal with this thing because text means even paragraphs also comes in that category only. But there are some settings with the paragraphs. Okay, that is formatting paragraphs. Okay. See, if we want to do formatting the paragraphs or an entire document, so we have to go to the tab called as page layout. Okay. See, in the previous classes, I have said about the tabs of MS Word 2007. Home, insert, page layout, view, review. So in this is 7 tabs are there. Okay. So page layout is one of the tabs in Word MS Word 2007. Okay. So we have to remember the tab names, right? So each tab has its own applications. So in each tab we have groups, and in groups we have buttons. Okay, we have options. So tabs, in the tabs we have groups, in the groups we have options, or we can call buttons. So in page layout tab we have the paragraph settings. Okay. So page layout tab of ribbon or paragraph group of home tab. Either we can go to page layout tab itself, or we can go to paragraph group of home tab. Okay, in home tab there is a group called as paragraph group. So in the previous class we have discussed about clipboard group. So that is present in home tab. So while learning MS Word 2007, so the important thing is 3 main features you have to remember. That is Microsoft Office button, quick access toolbar, ribbon. Okay, and in the ribbon 7 tabs. Okay, so home, insert, page layout, view, and so on. Okay, 7 tabs are there, right? In tabs, group names. So if you remember the group names, then it will help us to format the text. Okay, so Microsoft Office button, quick access toolbar, ribbon. In ribbon, tabs. In tabs, groups, and in groups we have options, or we can call buttons. Okay. So in paragraph group of tab or in page layout tab, we can change the paragraph settings. See, there are many settings with respect to paragraph. Out of all those settings, most important things are bullets and numbering. This we will often use when we type the document. So often we will use. So example, see, if you have points wise, like if I say features of some concept, like features of vehicle, features of computer science, characteristics of computer science. If this is the information, for example, if I say if I tell characteristics of computer, so let me consider speed, okay, then accuracy, storage capacity. Okay, so in this we have many characteristics of computer. Okay, so just we have one. There are many characteristics: speed, accuracy, storage capacity. If I write in this format, that is, I can say points first. So one characteristic in one line. So another we go for the next line. Like if I write in this way. Now, if I want to say a little bit format, like if I want to format in this sense, I should know how many points are there, or I should know whether they are in points wise. Okay, if you consider this particular answer, or you can say characteristics of computer, if I want to know it is in particular order or it is like points wise. So we have this option, that is bullets and numbering. So if I apply bullet style for these things, what happens? So we can consider like, so one dot will appear before the word. That means it is nothing but like points wise. The first point is speed, second point is accuracy, third point is storage capacity. So here, for each characteristics, we can go for explanation, like in case of characteristics of computer. So this is nothing but bulleted format. Okay, the style name is bullets. Okay, so in bulleted format it is there. If I don't want bullet, like if I want numbers, okay, then we can go for numbering option. Okay, so it is present in paragraph settings only, either in page layout or paragraph group of home tab. So if I select the option numbering, so instead of dots, we may expect like 1, 2, 3, like this, points wise. Okay. So we come to there are three characteristics of computer. See, if nothing is applied, either the bullet or number, just we get it looks like some text and we may consider like paragraph also. Okay, it is not like points. Either we can add, either we should add bullets or we should add numbers. Then we come to know it is in points. That means some format is followed here. So when I say characteristics, advantages, features, properties. Okay. So this is in this is about the paragraph settings. I said many settings are there with respect to paragraphs. So important things are like bullets and numbers. Yeah. Change paragraph alignment in MS Word 2007. So if I want to change the alignment, so changing the alignment means, say for example, if we consider this as the document view, okay, if this is the document view, if I write some word like ABC here, so this is left alignment. That means we can say top left corner, or we can say left aligned. Okay, and if I write in the middle, okay, so it is center aligned, and if I write right side, okay, it is right aligned. That means with respect to left margin and right margin, we can align the text, we can align the paragraph. Okay, that is align left, align center, align right. So align left means the text is aligned with the left margin. Okay, right, align right means align text with the right margin. Center means text is centered with the margin. So center means with respect to both vectors, left and right. Okay. And there is one more option, justify. Align text to both left and right margins. So when we do practically, we will know how these are aligned. So just theoretically, I can say like this, left, right, center line, and right, right. So if we do practical, we will come to. Okay. Now we'll share the screen. So we will see how these things works. It is paragraph settings and changing the alignment of the paragraph. Okay. So if we want to do paragraph settings, that too particularly like what I said, bullets and the numbering. Okay. See, just to observe here the text what I have written, characteristics of computer. So I have written three characteristics: speed, accuracy, and storage capacity. See here there are only three, so we can say directly we have added three characteristics. Okay. If suppose if there are points like some 20, 25 points. So instead of counting, what we can do is we can select all these text and we can add numbers for this. So that option we have. Okay. So as I said here, we have only three. So directly we can say there are 3 points. But if suppose if you have 50 points, 60 points, okay, some 100 points, then what we can do? So we can add the numbers for this. So for this, what we have to do? First, you select this text. Okay, either with the help of mouse or keyboard. So first, you select these three characteristics. Okay. Then in the paragraph group, okay, in the paragraph group of home tab. So I'm in home tab only. So by default, it will be in home tab. In the home tab, in the paragraph group, so we have option called as bullets. So how to find out that option is, you just take the mouse over the paragraph group. Okay, you just take the mouse over the paragraph group. You can see one by one, you can see. See, when you mouse over on first option on the paragraph group, top left corner of the paragraph group. Okay. In the paragraph group, you have to go for the top left corner. Okay. See, description you can see bullets, start a bulleted text. So it is showing that start a bulleted text. Click the arrow to choose a different bullet styles. So if I click on this arrow mark, see here there are options. How your bulleted text will look like. See, if I select dot, see when you mouse over on that, it is changing as you observe here. See, so it is changing, right? If suppose if you want like this or some design here, okay, bullets only some design or just arrow mark, tick mark. Okay, so whichever thing we want, we can select it. Okay, so if select last one, tick mark, save. So, like it is displayed in points first for each point. So there is a tick mark, that is the bullet style. Okay. If suppose if I want in numbers format, okay. So just beside that bullets, we have option. You just mouse over on that. Okay. So it is saying numbering. Okay. Start a numbered list. Okay. Here it is saying start a numbered list. You click on that. So here also there are options. Many options are there. So see 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 with the dot, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3, or Roman numbers also we have, A, B, C, D, we have, okay, whichever we want, you can select. You see, suppose if I select last one, that is Roman numbers, so you just observe how it is changed, okay. And one more thing here it is, when you select the text, okay, if you just click on the number, we just mouse over on the numbers, automatically it will show you preview, okay, you just observe it, A, B, C. Okay, it is showing the preview. So whichever you want, you can select. If suppose if I want ABC, I can take it as ABC. If I want numbers here, so let me take the first one. So 1, 2, 3. So first characteristic is speed, second one is accuracy, third one is storage capacity. So if there are only few points like 2 or 3, we may feel that it is not used. But if there are multiple, that is many features, okay, many points like some 15, 20 points, then this will be very much helpful instead of counting the points. So if you just make it as numbered list, like a style as numbered list, so it will help a lot for us. Okay. Next, coming to the alignment. Okay, we will see how we can change this alignment of the paragraph. Okay. So on the paragraph group only we have that facility. Okay. See for example, if I select computer is an electronic machine, first sentence. Okay. See in the paragraph group, if you go second row, if you go to the second row, we have the alignment. Okay. Align text left. Next one, align text right. Okay, that is sorry, center. Align text right. See, we have the keyboard options also. So when you mouse over on that, it will show the keyboard option also. That also you can remember. So you can note down and you can remember keyboard options. Okay. Then align right. So we will try these 4. Okay. So first one align left. By default, it is aligned left only. If I click on align center, see it is center. Okay. So with the left and right margin, it is center. Next, I will select the text. If I go for align text right, okay, so it is right aligned. Okay, if I go for the last option, that is justify, align text to both the left and right margins, adding extra space between words as necessary. This creates a clean look along the text and right of the page. See, simply if we type the document, it's of no use. No use in the sense, if we know the formatting options, then it will be very much helpful for us. See, if I say justify, so this is justify. So it will justify with respect to left and right margin. So left margin, okay, then center, align right, justify. Okay, fine. So this is about alignment. Okay. See, in the paragraph group only, we have one more thing, that is decrease intent and increase intent. Okay. So if suppose if I select this text, see intent meaning giving some space to the left side. Okay. So there are many options, you can explore one by one. Okay. So now we will move with the further topics. Okay. So we will look at the further topics. Okay. Inserting graphics. Okay. So this word, I think, very much familiar. Okay. That is graphics means which we can deal with images, videos, and all. So in MS Word 2007, we can add special characters, symbols, equations, that is mathematical equations, or some images we can add. Okay. So here, Word 2007 allows us to insert special characters, symbols, pictures, and watermarks. Okay. So these facilities are there in MS Word 2000 to add the picture, to add special character, to add symbol, to add equation, and all. Okay. So symbols and special characters. So place the cursor in the document where you want to add the symbol. So I think in one of the class I said about mouse pointer and cursor. Okay. So when we start typing from the keyboard, either in the notepad or in any editor or in MS Word. So whatever it comes across is the cursor. Okay. So when we start typing, so we have to consider it as a cursor. So we have to consider it as a cursor. So pointer means to select the object. So this we can consider like mouse pointer. Okay. And cursor either it will be horizontal or vertical or horizontal. It starts blinking. So that indicates user has to type. Okay. Pointer is used to select the object on the desktop or in the drive, to select the files, to select the folders. Cursor is used in the sense it indicates user has to type something. Okay. So if I want to add symbols, okay, so first we have to place the cursor in the document where we want to add symbol. Click the insert tab on the ribbon. See, when we look at the MS Word 2007, if you look at the names of the tabs only, we will come to know what to do. Right? If I want to add something to the document, then we have to go for insert tab. If I want to change the layout of the document, so page layout. So by looking at the tab name, we can understand what we can do, and we will come to know where we have to go. Okay. See, home tab is the default tab. Insert tab to add something. Page layout to make some settings in the entire document or some pages of the document. Now we want to add something. We have to add, that is symbol or a picture or image or equation. So we have to add. So we have to go for insert tab. Meaning is one and the same, right? Add or to insert. So we have to go for insert tab. In the insert tab, click on the symbol button on the symbols group. See, in each tab you will be having some groups. In home tab we have clipboard group. In insert tab we have symbols group. Like that, we have groups in each tab. So in insert tab, that is of the ribbon, you have to go for the symbols group to add the symbol. So you have to click on symbol button. Tab name is insert, group name is symbols. You have to click on the symbol button. So it will show the list of symbols. So you can add the symbols. Okay. Then coming to the equations. Okay. So Word 2007 allows to insert mathematical equations. So if we want to add mathematical equations like pi r square, so whatever it is, some mathematical equations. So you can go to the equations options. So same thing, insert tab, because adding equation is nothing but inserting, right? Okay. Adding equations is nothing but inserting, right? So we have to go for the insert tab. Then in the insert tab, we have to go for the equation button. Okay, that is symbols group. In symbols group only it is present. Symbols button as well as equation button. In symbols group only it is present. So if you click on equation button, then you can choose the appropriate equation, or you can add the new equation. If the equation is not present in the application, you can add the new equation. Okay. So in this way we can do it. Now we can say practically how it works. Okay, so I will share this quickly. We'll say practically. Okay. So now we will see how to work with graphics. Okay, in MS Word 2007. So inserting graphics. So whenever we come across the word insert or add, so we have to go for the insert tab. Okay. So in insert tab we have the options. Just a minute. Okay. Now, if I want to add this symbol, okay, if I want to add this symbol, let me go to the insert tab. So this is the insert tab. So beside home tab, there is a tab called as insert. Okay. So in insert tab, you see here there is a group called as symbols group, last group. Okay, symbols and equations. So we have the group here, and even we have illustrations group where we can add the shapes. See, for example, in the third group, that is illustrations group, there is a button called shapes. Okay, if I click on that, you just look at the shapes available. How many shapes? Arrow mark, rectangle, square. See, for example, if I click on the rectangle, if I click on the rectangle, so I can add rectangle like this. See how it is added in the document. So this is one example of how to add the shapes. Now, if I go for the symbols group, see here it is the last group, symbols group. In the symbols, if you click on the symbols button, symbols. So let me select one symbol. Okay, like division symbol. Okay, see, it is appeared on in the document, right? So now if I want to add the equation, so same thing, symbols group, there is a equation button. Okay, so if I click on this equation, see, already some equations are there here. Okay, for example, if I select this integration equation, integrate. or else let me take the first one. Okay, dy by dx. See, just it is added like this. Okay, so in this way we can add the symbols as well as equations. See, many things are available here, so we can select any equation and all. Okay, so that means when we go to the insert tab, what we can find is like we can add the tables, we can add the pictures, we can add the symbols, equations, headers and footers. So whatever the things you want to add, you have to go for the insert tab. There we have the groups. In the groups we have the buttons. So you should remember the tab name, group name, and the button. So these three things we have to remember: home tab, insert tab, page layout, references, mailings, review, view. Okay, and in each tab we have the groups. In each group we have the buttons. So depending on those things, we can add a particular thing on the document. Okay, so remaining thing we will continue in the next class. So remaining topics of MS Word 2007 will continue in the next class.